Okay, welcome back for another video review. This week it's Mastermade's Caesar. For people not familiar with Mastermade, they make really insanely detailed, super deformed versions of Transformers. This is their version of Overlord. Yeah, he's astoundingly good. He's great. The Automos are huge. They barely fit on my little setup here. We've got the tank, as you can see, and the fighter jet. The fighter jet's wingspan, if I just move him out of the way briefly, is seriously impressive. It's got a really nice silhouette as well. Word of warning though, these pointy areas are super sharp. But yeah, they're really great, really nicely detailed. They look really awesome together as well. They have like little hidden features in this mode. Like if we look here, he's got little. That's the thing. One problem with Mastermade stuff is some of their joints are so tight to move, which is good because it lets them hold a pose. But wow, trying to move them sometimes is a little bit of a chore. He's got little hidden missile pods in the front of his capital tracks, and then the jet, if we look here, has missile pods of its own hidden in the top. They're ready to launch out a moment's notice. Any cons of this thing would just be the transformation's not difficult, but the issue of those joints tightness comes into play a little bit, especially with this guy. He forms the legs, and the hip joints here are just so ridiculously tight. Sorry, I was a little bit off camera then. So ridiculously tight here. It worries me to move them. I'll do a little bit of a demonstration when he's in bot mode. But yeah, it is really quite horrific sounding. But yeah, you'll hear that in a moment. So if we just do a little bit of studio magic, and we'll get this guy into robot mode. So yeah, there he is. Mastermade's Overlord, all his glory. I really love how this character looks, even with his like super deformed aspect. I still think he looks really great. Yeah, he just really visually pops on the shelf, even with the big head. Yeah, speaking of which, let's have a closer look at that bad boy. Move the camera up a bit. Yeah, as you can see, the designs are really awesome. He's got a couple of cool little features with his head as well. You can light it up. Just takes a little battery in the back there. But what's also cool is there's a little dial on the back you can move that makes his mouth move. You'll have to excuse me for that. I live quite near a main road, and whilst this room does usually protect from outside sounds, it's when obnoxious mopeds like that go past, it usually cuts through. But yes, we can see it moves like that, and you can angle it as well to give him like a cheeky lopsided grin. Looks rather menacing when you have him all set up. Posability on this guy is insane. Let's turn that off and have a look. So he's got a ball joint neck, and you can already hear one. This is one of the bones of contention with this thing. If we just have a quick listen, if I bring it close. Everything is really squeaky. It's great though. I mean, it also just means it's really tight, but it's just, yeah, it's just a little bit worrying sometimes. Okay, shoulders, move up, down, lovely heavy ratchets, forward, back. In fact, they spin all the way around. Elbow is another nice heavy ratchet, almost like a double elbow joint. It's amazing. The hands, we zoom in, articulated at the base of the hand, at the finger rather, and at the main joint. Same for the thumb. It's on a hinge and a ball joint with a hinge at the thumb as well. It's got an almost double knee joint. It's, oh God, it's really difficult. This one is. Yep, it bends like that far. Wow, that's super tough. He has ball jointed ankles. Get a nice little tilt on that. And this is the main part that scares me every time I move him, and that is the hips. Listen to this. Oh, it makes me feel ill. Yeah, that is literally the only thing wrong with this guy. It's frightening moving his legs, but other than that, yeah, he's awesome. And this obviously isn't everything he comes with, because you're probably thinking, where's the wings and everything else that was with him when he was in jet mode? Well, those are his weapons now. So we've got, move him back a touch. Got the wings, you straighten them out. Huge swords. He comes with 2 of those, obviously, because he has 2 wings. Now he can hold these in his hands, or there's space for them on his back here. They can just slot in, either slot them in that way. I believe you can slot them in this way as well. Oh no, you can't. There's a little nub there to stop that. So yep, they literally can only be slotted in that way, making his already quite tall frame even more ridiculously tall. But you can angle them back like they were like earlier. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, he's already huge amounts of guns. He's got missile pods in his chest, just like the original Overlord had. And if we actually look at the detail on his stomach, you can see there's the guns they used to have. No Micromasters with this one, sorry, breastfuls to come with him. He doesn't have those. I was hoping they were going to release them as an add-on set, but they've not. They do an add-on set for this guy. It's to replace the head. You take that off and he comes with a normal sized scaled down head and like clavicle area. I've got one on the way, so when that turns up I'll do another little review. Also has the front of the jet and the gun of the tank. Now the front of the jet mount can become like a handheld melee weapon / shield. He can hold it like out in front of him. If you fold it up like that, he can hold it like that. But I found if you angle it that way, there's a little gap in the shoulder, and you can just about angle it in there, like the old school. I say that now, it's not going to work. There we go. Just like old school Overlord used to have his shield, which was always on his arm. You can have it hang there. Up to you. It's not official. I just thought it looked cool. And this opens up and clamps down onto his arm. We take this shield off. In fact, if I lower the camera slightly. Shot of it. Yeah, the hand you have to revolve upwards like that. Straighten the fingers. Straighten the thumb out. And if we open that up, move the thumb out of the way. This just sort of clips on in there. And then this hinges back, clips onto the forearm, And he holds this amazingly well for something that's so big. Super menacing. Yeah, it's he looks really imposing on the shelf, especially with these light up eyes as well. Just wipe those on. Yeah, it's he's really great, really good. Mastermade make quite a few others of these. They're all brilliant, to be perfectly honest. They're not for everybody. A lot of their alt modes on the others are almost like an afterthought. They're more like big, chunky, superposable, feature-laden action figures. But yeah, they're still brilliant. Overlord's Caesar's the first one I think that's had a really awesome alt mode. The tank and the jet really do look great. But yeah, that's it. I might do a transformation video, but the way those hips are, I kind of don't want to transform him too much. I usually just pose this guy on the shelf. But yeah, I might upload one, but I'll definitely do an update when I get the head replacement part. He also comes with 2 extra swords as well to replace those gigantic ones he's got. But yeah, that's it. Any questions? Add a comment into the comment section. As always, I will do a short gallery showing off all his different weapons and the way he holds things. But yeah, thanks for watching. Mastermade, Caesar, really good.
So here's the little gallery. 2 things I forgot to mention about this. He does have a base mode, which I will cover in my update when I get the separate new head and bust for him. To be honest, I'm not a big fan, but I still want people to see it. And also, I picked this up at a Show Z store. I'll put the link in the description. They're really good for getting stuff into the UK because we always have a hard time importing these guys. But yeah, they're a really great store. But yeah, here's the gallery. Just going through his various alt modes from different angles for you guys. And there's a few pictures coming up of him in his robot mode, just to show how dynamic he looks. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Yeah, see you next time.